So welcome everybody to our 1 p.m. training. We're gonna focus today on our blitz and basically look at practically how you do the blitz. So what we'll do is we'll go over the different social media options, and then we can actually go out and do one message on each platform that you guys are on. So I know Faiza said she wants to know more about TikTok. Thanks for that reminder as well. Lizette, are you on Facebook or what is your favorite social media?
Uh,
Lizette, you muted. Just try again.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Can you hear you now? Yes.
Okay. I'm on any social media. This is something I need to concentrate and learn about it. So the
Are
only
you
thing I've
saying
got is
is WhatsApp?
that's all. Facebook.
Okay.
You have time to look at Facebook and I'm actually don't know what to put on it or do anything. So it's something I'm going to have to learn.
Okay. So like
Make me nervous.
now the one thing that we always say when we go into these trainings is the only way you're gonna learn is to do. You're not gonna learn if I show you. You're not gonna learn if you read a book. You have to just do it. It's the only way to learn it. So I'll show you and give you guidance on where to start and how to start. But once you're there and you've created your account and everything, the only way to learn is just to do. Um,
I
just
am on
kind of
Facebook. I mean, I'm on Facebook, but I'm not active at all.
don't. Oh, okay. So you don't really want to post on there.
No, and also I'm a little bit worried when people want to be my friend. I don't know who wants to be my friend, and if the Facebook has put them into my giving me the message I want to be my friend, or they really want to be my friend. That is something I don't know. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but I think that comes more from fear than anything else, and it's the same as learning how to do and what to do on these platforms. It just comes with practice. It's the same with real life also. When you meet someone for the first time, you don't know what their intentions are, who they are, but you
Mm.
sort of go forward in faith and believe that you give everybody a chance first and give them a chance to trust them until they break your trust kind of thing. That's just how we are in everyday life. So why should online be any different? You know, you do just have to be a little bit.
Everybody who send me
Hmm?
more, okay. That everybody who want to make contact with me, I should actually agree, right? Then I've got a much bigger audience.
Yes, basically. You just want to maybe chat to them when they do. I would say chat to them when they do send you a friend request so that you can get to know them a bit, especially if you didn't know them before. Because especially if they're trying to sell something or if they have other intentions, then you'll find that out soon enough. Um, most people won't wait too long before asking that question. And that's what we're going to be doing also, Not going to wait too long. We're just going to
Mm-hmm.
pose the question and carry on. So,
And I found the people who are in my contact are the one who
mm,
come most of the time on my Facebook to want to be friends.
okay, if you know them, then that's obviously a different thing. So
And
that's easy. You know
yeah,
them just,
yeah. Mm,
yeah. So, and
mm.
especially,
And
I
then I
think
will
one,
post things. Mhm.
sorry, say again.
Sorry, I stopped you. So then you post things from Neolife, pictures or something from the Neolife Facebook, right? Russell, when I've got more time next week. I'm going to go and search and work, and I'm going to listen what you're going to say today about that. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to start really put myself into going through the Facebook story. Okay,
Okay.
all right. So Thank you. I'm going to listen now. Thanks.
Okay. Now we'll try to be a bit more interactive. Faiza, are you with us? I haven't heard your voice yet. I'm not sure you're
Yes,
there. Okay.
yes, good afternoon, everybody. I
Yeah.
am here. I just we ran to the kitchen to get something to eat, I think, when you started the meeting.
Okay. I'm also eating chocolate right now that I shouldn't be. Okay. So
Russell, I don't want the chocolate, but Faiza can fix whatever she's eating.
It's chicken curry
Thank you,
today.
Faiza.
Last night's leftover chicken curry.
Ooh, lekker. Sorry, Russell, ek is uit die village.
Hazel taking over our training here with chicken curry. Okay, so I'll start off by giving you guys some guidance on um, how to learn more about any topic. Just confirm that you guys can see my screen. You should see YouTube. Don't all shout at once, but anyone can just say that they can see YouTube on the screen.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So, I mean, if you go onto YouTube and you're looking for something, right? Let's say you're looking to learn how to what to post on Facebook, right? So up here you'll see that there's a magnifying glass, and it's the same on any computer or cell phone. Whenever you search for something, there'll be a magnifying glass next to it somewhere. Get out of my way. Put it out of the way. There we go. Now, whatever you type inside that search box, they refer to as a search string, and that just means a string of letters that are put together. We know it as words. And when you put that search string in, you're going to obviously type what you're searching for, right? Which in this case is what to post on Facebook. But then another thing you can do also that makes your results, in other words, what comes up after you press search, to make that more relevant, is you can add things like, for example, I know that I trust someone like Frazer Brookes, whatever he teaches on this sort of thing. So you can then type in what to post on Facebook and then just add Frazer Brookes at the end. And as soon as you hit search, you'll find that most, if not all, of what comes up would be how to basically post on social media or Facebook, whatever's relevant to the search phrase that you typed in, and it will be Frazer Brookes, obviously. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna open up one of these links, one of these videos. I'm just gonna look for a short one. Don't, oops. That will be there we go. So here's a 3-minute 56 video that we're gonna watch quickly. Just add that one. And let's just listen quickly.
Hey, Frazer Brookes here, and in this video I want to share with you how to create a massive amount of engagement on your social media posts. Alright, so I'm actually going to give you one post to make that you can do right now that's going to get you the engagement that you may be looking for. Alright, so before I get into this, please do feel free to subscribe button, that like button, that follow button, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, hit the whatever that you need to do in order to let me know that you got value, you appreciate this, and you want to see me do more content like this. So here's the thing, I want you to write this down. Remember, a short pencil is always better than a long memory. You can write that down too if you want to, but here we go. Content is king, engagement is queen. Think about the most important piece on the chessboard, the queen, right? Without the queen, there is no kingdom. So people out there are focusing on creating so much content just to get the likes, when in fact, you actually need to create the content to get the comments. So here's how we do it. We need to ask a question, or we need to make it clear what someone needs to do so that they're going to comment. Now when we do this, beware, you won't get a large number of likes. And if you're addicted to the likes, this is not going to be for you. But here's the thing, can you build a business on likes? No. Can you create conversations on comments? Yes. And what comes after conversations? Commissions. That's what you're in it for, and the commissions is going to help you further your legacy, your impact, and all the rest of it. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Here's one post idea. I am grateful for blank. You obviously fill in the blank. So I am grateful for the medical professionals. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for my friends and family. What are you grateful for? Question mark. I am grateful for my stay-at-home, work-from-home business. What are you grateful for? Question mark. I am grateful for my relationships. What are you grateful for? Or another post you can make is finish the sentence, colon. Success is blank. And you actually write underscore, 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 underscore. So it's a blank dot, right? Finish the sentence. Happiness is blank dot. Get people to put their perspective. Ask a question. Another idea. What would you rather? A, B, C, or D? And create a little graphic with 4 images, right? So who would you like to be? Who would you like to spend time with on lockdown? Brad Pitt, George Clooney. I don't even know 2 other people who are handsome men these days, but 4 people. Where would you rather be if you had to spend another 90 days in lockdown? Where would you rather be? Barbados, New York City, Paris, or Bali, right? Hey, if you had to eat one meal for the next 90 days, which one would it be? A salad, 20 chicken nuggets, a meal replacement shake, or whatever it might be, right? If you only could have one thing in your bathroom, what would it be? A toothbrush, deodorant, aftershave, or moisturizer? Ask people questions to create the comment, and then guess what you do? You reach out to them, and you say, hey Svetlana, hey Bob, hey Mary, thank you for engaging on my post. Thank you for commenting on my post. That's a really great answer. I loved it. How are you? How are you doing these troubling times? How are you doing at the moment? What's up with you? What's new with you? Would love to connect with you. How's things? Create content. Get the engagement because it's queen. And then go into the messenger to have more conversations. You will create commissions. So if you haven't already done so, you can click the link or the button around here. You can go to FrazerBrookes.com/book or FrazerBrookes.com/double to get your copy.
Okay, so we're not gonna listen to him selling his book, but now you guys probably know about it anyways. What did you guys think of that video? Let's go down the list and see what you actually got out of it. If you do want to volunteer before I call out someone's name, you're welcome. Stop sharing.
Russell,
Yes.
I think it bombed out a little bit for me. I don't know, it broke up a little bit, but obviously what I got out of it, it's something I've never heard before. I'm not familiar with. I've heard of Frazer Brookes. He was going to be the next author, and I'm sure we'll have him on as a book club read one of these days. But yeah, no, I think it's refreshing. I think it's quite fun. I think it's something I will do. I mean, it's not something that's not, it doesn't make you sound like you're needy or all those other things that you're selling a product. It's just that engagement. The engagement is quite fun. I can see quite a few funny answers coming out of it as well. So yeah, and that was the key to start a conversation.
Yes, for sure. Lizette, what did you get out of it? Seemed like you were something that you really needed.
It was very confusing to me. I was trying to open my Facebook in the same time and try to listen. I'm grateful for my things. You're asking questions, and you know, it's something I must listen more than once. And I hope you're going to repost that DVD, or maybe you can.
Yeah, I think Lizette, I think the big thing is if we watch a video, don't do anything else because you're not going to be able to focus. You need to just watch the video because we are going to do practical things afterwards. We'll talk about it, we'll go through it, but it's not going to help if you're busy doing other things as well. You need to just sit down, focus, do not even take notes. If you, the first time you're just going to watch the video, you know, you can watch it again. Remember, I've gone through the, before we actually watched the video, I went through how to find the video. So those are the types of things that you need to also take note of because you can go and I can share the link also. I think that will actually be a good idea. So I'll just log into WhatsApp here and share the link. That way you can watch it a few times over and over, and you don't have to stress about taking notes or trying to do it while you're saying it. Just try and watch and absorb first, especially because it's very new to you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think that is very
Yeah.
important. Hazel, you wanted to say something?
Yes, for me, because it's so new, I was just thinking how easy it is. Like you say, if we just concentrate on what we do, I always say, wherever you are, be there. Yes, I am driving, and yes, it is not that easy to concentrate on both. But for me, I was just thinking, wow, to just take those questions, that the answers you're going to get, it's going to be so much fun at the end of the day. And you then have that connection, because we're just looking for something that we can connect people to us, what we do, and so it's awesome. It's nothing to do with the business. It's just making a friend to eventually meet their friend. So I think
Yeah.
You're cutting off.
is super awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I
you're
think it's
breaking up
gone.
a
I
bit there,
can't
Hazel.
see it because I'm driving.
Yeah, Hazel, your signal is
Oh, sorry.
probably jumping the towers as you drive there. I think that is
Yes.
why it's breaking up. Okay,
Okay,
so
sorry
I'm
for
just
that.
gonna, no problem. I'm gonna share my screen again just to recap on what I just showed you guys. But this time I'm going to do it how it looks on a cell phone, right? Because I know that a lot of people are using their cell phone to, um, to do these things. And even in last week's training, we found that most of the people are actually using their cell phone. So I've actually prepared this. I just downloaded this cell phone emulator that makes it look like when you browse on a cell phone. And let's just say you're on a new tab and you go to www.youtube. Sorry, sorry guys, I got kicked off for a split second there. I'm gonna try and share my screen again. So let's say we go to www.youtube.com. Let's just wait to see what it shows there, right? And let's say you are not comfortable with, so you remember I said you'll look at that magnifying glass, look for that. And once you find it and click on it, it will then ask for you to type in something, as in what are you actually searching for. So what to do on Facebook. And then I said we're going to use Frazer Brookes as an example, right? And you can see there that there's a whole lot of options. Let's choose a different one. Maybe he says something different. I don't want to go into groups or anything complicated like that. We're just going to look at posting. So okay, let me just try and switch. So what I'm doing now is there's a little button here next to the address, and I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to say everything that is, they're not giving me that option now, anything that is 5 minutes or less. Let me just see, what is that video called? What to post on social media to get engagement. Okay, so let's change that then. Let's say what to post on social media, and then Frazer Brookes. So that is the key to getting this video, right? And then that second one is what you're looking for. So you're going to click on that. And then I'm just going to pause it. Stop the share. I think I forgot to click on share sound as well. So when you press play on YouTube, you'll see that the video is still a bit small, right?
So I'm actually going to give you one post to make.
Just see one of you guys are not muted. It's causing feedback that's distracting. Okay, so if you want to make the video a bit bigger, you can click on that square in the bottom right there of the video. And that square will open the video up, and then if you turn your phone to the side, you're basically gonna get, let's try that again. Come on. Emulator is messing with me. Okay, we'll leave it on a small screen then till I figure the emulator out. Ah, there we go. Just turn it. No. Let's go back to the small screen rather. Upside down. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna listen to it again, and basically what I want you to take out of this is firstly that you can search for anything you want to know on YouTube. And if you stick with people that you can trust, people like Frazer Brookes, Eric Worre, you know, all of these people whose books we've been reading and information we've been studying, then you can't go wrong with that information that you get. Whereas if you start finding unknown people and nobody recommended it to you, you don't know what they're going to be talking about. So it's not really safe to kind of go with what they're saying. So if you click on that magnifying glass, you're going to type in what you're looking for, and then either Frazer Brookes for online stuff. I think he's one of the most modern online gurus when it comes to sharing on social media, specifically for network marketing. But let's just listen to what he said again. And remember, this is now how you would have done it on a cell phone, but it's the same video. Let's just listen again.
You can do right now that's going to get you the engagement that you may be looking for. All right, so before I get into this, please do feel free to hit that subscribe button, that like button, that follow button, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, hit the whatever that you need to do in order to let me know that you got value, you appreciate this, and you want to see me do more content like this. So here's the thing, I want you to write this down. Remember, a short pencil is always better than a long memory. You can write that down too if you want to, but here we go. Content is king, engagement is queen. Think about the most important piece on the chessboard, the queen, right? Without the queen, there is no kingdom. So people out there are focusing on creating so much content just to get the likes, when in fact, you actually need to create the content to get the comments. So here's how we do it. We need to ask a question, or we need to make it clear what someone needs to do so that they're going to comment. Now, when we do this, beware, you won't get a large number of likes. And if you're addicted to the likes, this is not going to be for you. But here's the thing, can you build a business on likes? No. Can you create conversations on comments? Yes. And what comes after conversations? Commissions. That's what you're in it for. And the commissions is going to help you further your legacy, your impact, and all the rest of it. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Here's one post idea. I am grateful for blank. You obviously fill in the blank. So I am grateful for the medical professionals. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for my friends and family. What are you grateful for? Question mark. I am grateful for my stay-at-home, work-from-home business. What are you grateful for? Question mark. I am grateful for my relationships. What are you grateful for? Or another post you can make is finish the sentence, colon. Success is blank. And you actually write underscore, 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 underscore. So it's a blank dot, right? Finish the sentence. Happiness is blank dot. Get people to put their perspective. Ask a question. Another idea.
Anyone there?
Also can't hear. I also can't hear.
A little graphic with 4 images.
He's
But
playing
why
his
didn't you
cell
say
phone, so it's
something?
quiet.
Who would you like to spend time with?
Okay.
Left down. Brad Pitt.
I was just trying to make the point that you guys can do the same thing on the cell phone. So I'm going to give you the cell phone version of everything each time. But let me switch over to the video. Welcome, Coulson. Just in time. We'll start the video over. Because what he's saying here is so important and it's so simple and it's just 4 minutes. So let's just do it one more time. And it will be a lot louder this time.
Hey, Frazer Brookes here, and in this video,
Russell, you completely disappeared, eh? It's quiet. Oh, here we go. Hi.
Got value, you appreciate this, and you want to see me do more content like
Can you
this. So
guys hear
here's the
now?
thing, I want you to write this down. Remember, a short pencil is always better than a long memory. You can write that down too if you want to, but here we go. Content is king, engagement is queen. Think about the most important piece on the chessboard, the queen, right? Without the queen, there is no kingdom. So people out there are focusing on creating so much content just to get the likes, when in fact, you actually need to create the content to get the comments. So here's how we do it. We need to ask a question, or we need to make it clear what someone needs to do so that they're going to comment. Now, when we do this, beware, you won't get a large number of likes. And if you're addicted to the likes, this is not going to be for you. But here's the thing, can you build a business on likes? No. Can you create conversations on comments? Yes. And what comes after conversations? Commissions. That's what you're in it for, and the commissions is going to help you further your legacy, your impact, and all the rest of it. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Here's one post idea. I am grateful for blank. You obviously fill in the blank. So I am grateful for the medical professionals. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for my friends and family. What are you grateful for? Question mark. I am grateful for my stay-at-home, work-from-home business. What are you grateful for? Question mark. I am grateful for my relationships. What are you grateful for? Or another post you can make is finish the sentence, colon. Success is blank. And you actually write underscore, 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 underscore. So it's a blank dot, right? Finish the sentence. Happiness is blank dot. Get people to put their perspective. Ask a question. Another idea. What would you rather? A, B, C, or D? And create a little graphic with 4 images, right? So who would you like to be? Who would you like to spend time with on lockdown? Brad Pitt, George Clooney. I don't even know 2 other people who are handsome men these days, but 4 people. Where would you rather be if you had to spend another 90 days in lockdown? Where would you rather be? Barbados, New York City, Paris, or Bali, right? Hey, if you had to eat one meal for the next 90 days, which one would it be? A salad, 20 chicken nuggets, a meal replacement shake, or whatever it might be, right? If you only could have one thing in your bathroom, what would it be? A toothbrush, deodorant, aftershave, or moisturizer? Ask people questions to create the comment, and then guess what you do? You reach out to them, and you say, hey Svetlana, hey Bob, hey Mary, thank you for engaging on my post. Thank you for commenting on my post. That's a really great answer. I loved it. How are you? How are you doing these troubling times? How are you doing at the moment? What's up with you? What's new with you? Would love to connect with you. How's things? Create content. Get the engagement because it's queen. And then go into the messenger to have more conversations. You will create commissions. So if you haven't already done so, you can click the...
Okay, cool. So, seeing as Coolsome has just joined us. Coolsome, could you hear the video? I hope so. Just want to get what was your takeaways from that video.
Yes, I actually misplaced my phone, so I couldn't get to my phone, and I'm not at home yet because I had to go somewhere else quickly. So to tell you the honest truth, I only got to his last piece of filling in the gaps. Let people fill in their own, their own words. But I was much I appreciated him saying that because um you're getting people to in their own words to say how they feel. And when people say things out of their own, they actually say it from within themselves. So I appreciated that, but really, I'm so sorry. I was looking for my phone. I couldn't find my phone. I sent Hazel also a message only when I found my phone because I couldn't phone her before that time. So thank you. Sorry for that.
Okay, thanks for that, Coolsome. Lizette, did you manage to pick up? We've not tried to watch it on the cell phone
Yeah, I
version, but
did.
then it was very
I
soft.
did.
Hmm?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm unmuted. Hold on.
No, now you muted yourself, Lizette. Now I can't say anything.
Okay. Yeah. All right. No, I did listen more clearly. What I found, the big thing is about asking questions. Like he will say, I'm grateful for my family, and what are you grateful for, and that you're getting a conversation going. What you rather be with at the time of a lockdown? You know, it's just a question. I found that is not for me. I found that it's too superficial. I'm much more serious than that. So I don't know what I can do there. You can, I suppose, you can have other questions. You can talk about the health. You can talk about. You have to find something you enjoy talking about, right? You know, I'm a novice. I'm really, really lost in all these Facebook. I'm looking at somebody who's putting something from somebody else. So, yeah, no, it's difficult for me. I will have to get into it very, very strongly. So anyway, thank you, because that's giving me, I'm going to listen at that guy much more. I've got the name now. I can Google him and hear what he has to say. I'm sorry, I'm
Awesome.
a bad student for that.
Awesome. No, I think that's a very good takeaway, Lizette, compared to after watching it the first time. Because those are the two things that was the most important out of that video, or out of that part of the training that I did now. The one is that you can just search for more videos of him, because he's very good at breaking things down and making it simple. And he gives other examples as well of what you can post. You don't need to post those specific things. They're just examples. You can post anything you want to, really. And like you said, the main thing is ask a question. You know, so it's just Hazel, did you want to say something?
Yeah, can I just add that the big thing is, what we must remember is that you need to own it. Okay, so whatever questions you ask is what you and the audience that you are targeting, that they would be interested in. So many times also it is not about us, you as a person, but about what you want to achieve through what you post. That is, for me, very important. Thank you.
Thanks, Hazel. I'm going to play another short video that's just going to explain what he meant when he said send them a message and add them and send them a message, right? I'm just going to find that video quickly. See, that's 6 minutes long. We get a shorter one. Play it for you now. Let me share my screen looking. If I do get kicked off, just bear with me. I'll be back. Like Arnie. Let's just do this one. It's probably short. I can't see how short it is, but I'm believing that it's short.
And when your list is dying, your business has a limit. But when your list is growing, your business has no limits. In order to become a better recruiter, you have to make sure that you constantly have people to talk to every single day. Because you've probably heard this before. Amateurs convince, professionals sort. Professionals sort through the numbers of people, and they contact a lot of people to find the people who are open and therefore ready and willing to check out your product or your business. Again, grow your list every single day. I have a process called Find, Add, Message, which is FAM. You find someone on social media, you add them or follow them, connect with them, and then you message them with the intention for a connection to start a conversation, which leads into a commission. And when your list is dying, your business has a limit. But when your list is growing, your business has no limits. In order to become a better recruiter, you have to make sure that you constantly have people to talk to every single day. Because you've probably heard this before. Amateurs convince, professionals sort. Professionals sort through the numbers of people, and they contact a lot of people to find the people who are open and therefore ready and willing to check out your product or your business. Again, grow your list every single day. I have a process called Find, Add, Message, which is FAM. You find someone on social media, you add them or follow them, connect with them, and then you message them with the intention for a connection to start a conversation, which leads into a commission. And when your list is dying, your business has a limit. But when your list is growing, your business has no limits. In order to become a better recruiter, you have to make sure that you constantly have people to talk to every single day. Because you've probably heard this before. Amateurs convince professionals.
Okay, so that's just gonna keep looping, but hopefully you guys got the gist of it. Let's just go through it again. Faiza, you heard that before? Have you tried it before? Find that message principle.
Yeah, so I thought he was going to talk about how to find messages, but now okay, I must admit I'm busy in the kitchen making coffee now. I'm sorry about this. I'm having lunch. So I'm now confused, Russell. Was he supposed to show us how to, he says professional sort and amateurs. I can't remember, what did he say about amateurs? They
Amateurs convince and professionals sort.
Yes. What does he mean by that? Sort through
Yeah, so
what?
it's a saying in network marketing really, and probably just marketing in business in general, is that amateurs are running around to the same people trying to convince them to change their mind, whereas professionals have always growing names list. And
Yes.
even
Okay.
yes, he's talking about the names list, the names on your list. So the names are growing and growing. There's more and more names all the time. You're just sorting people between I'm very interested to I'm not interested. The scale of 1 to 10, if I can put it that way. Where are they on that
Ah,
scale? If I can
okay.
explain it in that way, yeah.
So
And
that's
then
what you saw.
yeah, so that's the find part of it. He's talking about sorting through the people. And one of the things that I've been showing in the recent trainings and in trainings I've done in the past is when you post a picture on Facebook, for example, on one of these groups, then and especially if you're posting it in a group where you have a lot of like-minded people, for example, the gardening groups. Maybe I can just share my screen while I'm talking as well, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. So if I go to facebook.com, let's just make it a bit bigger, wait for it to load. And let's say I go to my groups. Look on there. What groups? Yeah. So here you'll see unique gardening ideas. That was one group that I joined. And last week I actually posted something. I just want to see where will I find my posts. Because Facebook decided that they're going to change how it looks. Featured videos, topic, your content. There we go. Published. Okay, so I can see that I posted a video on the 20th of September, and I asked the question without the question mark. There's a typo. And then let's just view this post in the group so I can see who said what. So I basically got 42 people that viewed it and 1 like. So that wasn't a very good result on that post. If I look at previous ones, just go back quickly. Maybe this one will have gotten a better response. Okay, so I got 6 likes on this post, but again, we're not looking for likes, as Frazer Brookes said, we're looking for comments. Go back again for a good example first before I carry on. This one always got a good response, but there we go. Okay, so you can see here on the November the 12th, 2020, I posted, anyone heard of Google culture before? Yeah, I planted beetroot and mustard greens. Then I give them some pictures on how it actually developed. You can see there were 2 comments and 6 people who actually engaged with it, meaning either liked or gave a heart or one of these emojis. And again, it's not a bad thing if people thumbs up or they give any of these, because a lot of those people sometimes will comment as well. But you can still see who those people are. And when you go into that list, you can even add some of them. Now you can see this one on top here has message next to it because I've already added that person after making this post. And then we got chatting about all the different things that we're doing, you know. So we started comparing stories and getting to know each other basically. So the find part, before you actually find, you've actually got to make a post there. Or if you don't actually post something, you can go look at other people's posts and comment on their posts, right? And then start to build up a conversation with people, either that make a comment in there or that posted something and that sort of thing. Okay, that's taking too long. I'm going to close that. But basically, that guy that commented here, the two of us then started chatting, and now we are friends on Facebook, right? So the find part is knowing where to find them. It's either by posting value and then going to look at who liked and commented and actually add to that. So I should actually have taken advantage of these two comments and made a comment here myself, replying to these people in the comment feed before just adding the person. So that is the add part. You're adding them as a friend. And then the message part is obviously then sending them a direct message. So Lizette, I heard you when you said that you sometimes feel superficial about it. And I don't know how to find this video now of Frazer Brookes where he talks about this. But he was basically saying that somebody had commented that they don't feel that they want to send people messages on Facebook or on social media because it feels like they're trying to sell them something. And what he says about it is it's usually not because of being on social media or because of sending messages. That's not what's making you feel that way. It's the message that you're sending, right? And Hazel mentioned this now when she commented as well. She said something to the effect of you need to be authentic. It needs to be from you. I think you guys have also mentioned that in your comments, you know, so you don't have to send the script that you hear the person suggesting. You can just ask the person, just get to know them how you would any other person. If you were walking in the street and met somebody at the in the line when you want to buy ice cream or whatever, you know, what would you say to that person? That's how you chat on Facebook as well. And obviously, in my case, I'm going to have, because I'm doing farming in my yard as well, I'm going to be talking about that to most people, you know. So whatever it is that you are interested in, go and find groups on Facebook about that, and then go and post things in that group that adds value to the group. Don't just post questions and then try to get as many people from the list. Actually post things that you're interested in. Let's say, let's get an example. Lizette, what is the thing that you enjoy doing most?
Okay, let me tell you. I'm a little bit of a rebel, you know. I was the one who never wore a mask, ever, during the lockdown. I'm the one
Okay.
who talked to people about why you're wearing a mask. I'm the one who's very interested about what's happening in the world, with the deep state and with, you know, the conspiracy theory was not conspiracy theory. And that's what my passion is. But I don't know where to get a group like this.
Okay, so let's look for it on Facebook. I'm actually gonna Google it first.
Okay, I'm on Facebook on my computer as well. So I'm going to Google, search Facebook. So what should I do?
Okay, so
Conspiracy theorists?
so the first word you're gonna put in is Facebook because that's where you're gonna go. And then the second thing you can say conspiracy theory, and the third thing you can put in there is group. Right? So those are the
Conspiracy
three
and theory and good one. Okay,
and group.
and memes. What mean memes? I've been seeing that MEMES. What does that mean?
It's memes. It's okay. Let me do a new thing here. Cyanide and happiness meme. So a meme is basically like these little cartoons that they make of people. Oh, I think that one's a bit
okay.
funny meme. Let's go for a simple one. I think cyanide and happiness
Okay,
is a bit
conspiracy
too.
and theory 2022.
There we
Let's
go.
see
So
what's that.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
are
sure.
memes. Can you?
Okay. Okay. All right. So I understand now. You have to look for subject you enjoy talking about. I
Yes,
learned
yes.
something today. Thank you, Russell.
Breakthrough. Okay, so
Breakthrough.
so we've got the groups on Facebook. If you just search Facebook in general, remember what I said, you look for on any website on the computer, usually you're looking for a magnifying glass. And again, there's the magnifying glass. Now you're going to search Facebook. You're going to just search for conspiracy theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the
Yeah.
next thing you'll see, I've got the option of clicking groups at the bottom because I want to go straight into
I've
groups. I
got
don't want to bother with all this
three
other stuff.
groups.
Right. So you'll
In the
actually,
bottom.
yeah, Lizette, listen quickly. What I've done in the
Yeah.
past is because I don't know which is a good group and which is a boring group, and some of them aren't even very active. You can see one says 5 posts a week, the other says 10 posts a week, other says 10 posts a day, you know. So you want to find a group that is very, very busy because that means that people will react to your posts in a lot more volume. In other words, more people will react to your posts. And also, there's more posts that you can then browse and comment on. You don't want to just go into the group and just scroll through and read everything. You actually want to click like and comment on the group on each post that you see as well that you find interesting. You know, so make it a habit of
Mm-hmm.
before you even post your own thing on that group to
Mm-hmm.
just comment and like on one of the posts that the people are posting, and maybe do that for the first 5 to 10 minutes before you even post your own thing. You know, it
Mm-hmm.
apparently actually just gives you a better um, chance of people seeing your stuff. So when you go back to your own page and post on your status something, more people will see it because Facebook sees you as a more active person. Um, and they want to reward people that are active on Facebook as well. So go through these things, and then you might want to join. Like I was saying, I would join 5 of them or 10 of them, you know, and actually keep track of the groups that I've joined. Maybe write them down on a list so that next time you know, write it in the back of your diary. Keep a list of all the groups that you're part of. So that next time when you go onto Facebook and you want to post something or get engagement or whatever, you're not going to forget which groups you're on, you know, because eventually you're going to be on 30, 40, 100 groups and it's going to become confusing. And when you
Mm-hmm.
post things as well, it's the same as when you talk to people. Make a note of what you posted and in which group. It's a really important tip
Oh.
because it's very difficult to keep track. Like I cannot, you see how I have to do it, but now I've got that little bit extra technical background that I can go and
Mm.
see where
Mm.
my post was. But you might not want to remember all those steps at first. You know, so maybe start off with 3 groups, or maybe start off with one group
Mm-hmm.
even. Look for the most busy group, like the 10 posts a day one over here. Join that group.
I've got
Sometimes
one, yeah.
yeah, sometimes when you join
Mm.
them, they'll ask you to answer a few questions first, and you just answer that truthfully. They're just really trying to suss out if you there for other weird reasons or if you're actually going to contribute positively to the group. You know, some people are just going on there and they just post spam of their business or they just post, and it's got nothing to do
Mm.
with the group. So you're not supposed to post unrelated stuff in that group. The near life that
Mm.
you're going to speak, you're going to only speak after you've joined the group, after you've posted value of whatever the group's about, after you've gotten the engagement from people, the likes, the comments, the shares, after you've then found the person that you want or people that you want to speak to, after you've added them as a friend, after you've messaged them, after you've had a conversation. And in the same as in the real world, you're not just going to shoot from the hip and say, do you want to join a business? Do you want to join a business? Do you want to buy a product? You're going to first find the need. Is it business or is it health? That's usually our two main streams. And then which type of health issue do they have, or what is the business need? Is it just purely financial? They just need to make money, because then we can maybe just go the cleaning product route and speak to them about, you know, have you ever thought of starting your own business, and take that conversation that way. So you don't just want to join and then start adding people randomly. You know, first post a few things, first get to maybe spend a day or two just adding value to the group, And that's why I say I like to do at least like 10 groups, but then keep note. Like I actually have lists that I type out or I copy and paste the links. In my case, I actually, let me show you quickly what I actually do. I actually save the links in a folder. That's a bit technical. I don't want to go into how to do that now, but you can see here under my Neo Life folder, I've got Facebook groups, I've got gardening. You can see I've got more than 10 links there. Under baby, you can see, I think this was when after Willow was born, still I started in all of these groups. I actually haven't been on any of them for a while. People that I've added from Facebook groups, the idea was to put their profiles in here as well. Actually forgot about that idea, so it's a good thing I'm going over it again. Making daily connections. So this was not Facebook, this was just other things. These are Facebook here. This was a friend of mine that sells vegetables. This is skin groups. So I was obviously then going to target the nutrients, the skincare, the what is it? Organic skincare industry, So it's just to show you that I also keep these lists. So you shouldn't feel like it's an extra task. It's actually the only way that you're going to be able to keep track of it because there's a lot that you can do. So I'm just going to stop there from showing and just get some interaction again. Thank you, Lizette, for all of your interaction.
Thank
Uh,
you.
I'm going to jump to Faiza quickly. Faiza, have you been following? I've been going very quickly through some tips and things that I've been through. Have you been following, and what did you take away from that?
Yes, Russell, I have been following. Just brief me, but I am a little bit distracted. I must be quite honest with you. I'm multitasking here.
Just give me
I'm
one takeaway. You don't have to summarize everything I've said. I'm just looking for one thing that you've taken away.
Okay, is it you're talking about specifically with Facebook, eh? So I think what I'll do with Facebook is definitely use that example by how he goes about doing, Fraser, the examples he gave us. I think that's quite fun and useful. And then I'm not really somebody who yeah, so Facebook and I'm not really, I'm still not sure if I will use Facebook to the extent where I'm going to search groups that I'm not familiar with and then start the conversation. I'm still not there yet. Maybe I will do, at a later stage, but it makes absolute sense that you first build up relationships. I think no matter what platform you're going to use, you'll always first need to build up relationships with that, with the people that you're engaging in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's important to realize also that yes, you first want to build relationships, but it's not to say you want to know the person for 2 years before you introduce them to your opportunity. Because I know the way I've explained it, it sounds like it's a lot of things that happen before you pose that first question or offer the first bit of information. But that guy, Jamar, what if his surname was, we actually had a very long conversation within the space of like 20 to 30 minutes, and the messages were just popping. Like we were actually, it was nice energy. We were chatting quite fast. So we got to know each other really quickly as well. So I didn't need to wait. I don't need to wait like a week or 2 weeks or something. You can actually by the second or even by the end of the conversation say, by the way, something that Fraser Brookes actually says. Um, there's no pressure or anything, but I just thought I would ask, would you be interested in looking at a way to make some extra money? Or, like I said earlier on about the Facebook side of things as well. You can also just ask the person, and this is a Eric Worre tip. Have you ever thought of starting your own business? And then just let them sort of give you their background to that question, because that is a sort of safer way of gauging where they are in their mindset, in terms of the opportunity. So before you even talk product or anything else, have you ever thought of starting your own business, or have you ever started your own business?
Yeah, so I think where I'm at, I haven't even exhausted my list of, so my warm targets, is that the correct word to describe people that you know quite well?
Your warm
Those,
list, yeah.
yes, so those those people, they have sort of exhausted that lot, and I'm dealing almost with them as sort of a step away from them, just a slightly more distant friend. So I'm only dealing with that level now. I haven't even, you know what I mean? It's almost as if I still got to apply so many principles that I've learned over the past, especially the recent weeks with Eric Worry and all the trainings that's happening. I'm only
Yeah.
just getting through my second tier of friends now.
Yeah.
So I'll get there.
That's good. Hazel, are you safely at your destination yet? Been very quiet,
Yes,
maybe.
I am. Yes, I am. Thank you. But
Awesome.
we're going to have load shedding now at 2. Fun and games.
Awesome.
But I'm ready.
I don't
Yes.
even know what time load shedding is here by us. If it is at 2 o'clock, then I think we will end a bit earlier. But I will
Okay.
share some more information as well. Um, let's get from Coolsome. I thought she dodged me, but maybe she got kicked off. Any feedback from what I said? Coolsome?
Can
Coolsome,
I say something?
go ahead, Lizzie.
I think what you say now, it's amazing. Have you ever thought of starting your own business? I think you can do that on WhatsApp with your contact, with your new people you contacting. Yeah, that's excellent. Thank you very much for that one.
Awesome. I'm glad that you got that one, because I also thought that was a brilliant, safe way to push the conversation into business when I first did it,
Yeah.
because you're not even talking about your own business. You're just asking them, engaging their
Yeah.
mindset,
Yeah.
because one of the sort of traps that we fall into is when we start speaking about near life, and then the person is like, oh, I'm not interested in business. I just want to have a job. And that's fine if the person's mindset is like that, but if then we have um, that barrier that the person then puts up, then it's more difficult also to speak about the products. Whereas if we don't let them put up that barrier, we just ask the question, have you ever thought of starting your own business before? You know, and they answer that question, then there is no barrier. If you sense that the person isn't interested in starting their business, no, I've never thought about it. I'm not interested in money, or some of these other things that people say, like a week or two before they actually look for money. Then you can start talking about products, or you can push the conversation into health. I think that is the conversational skills that we really need to improve on, and I think Hazel has probably mastered it already. Like Hazel says, she will speak to you for 2 minutes and know your whole history. Whereas we're still trying to form, family, occupation, recreation. Hazel's already found out about the person's grandchildren's best friend and favorite color. So it's just a matter of, I think, practice. And that is the same theme that we started off with, is go out, go onto Facebook, just practice it. Even if you're not going to ask the person any questions, even if you're not going to speak to them about business or product yet, just go into Facebook, find some groups, post some stuff on it. And then either today or by even tomorrow, you can start adding people and just starting up a conversation, even if you don't feel like you ever want to speak to them about business or product. You don't know how that conversation is going to turn out, because inevitably 1 out of 10 people minimum are going to say something like, I'm off work again today because my child is sick. And what's that going to spark in your mind? I have the perfect thing for you. So just go out and post things and just practice what I've taught today. You don't have to actually engage them yet if you don't feel comfortable with that. And once, I promise you, once you've done it 3 or 4 times, actually you're gonna feel like, oh, this is actually so silly. It's actually so easy, that I don't see why I never haven't been doing it before. So we've gone over Facebook and we've gone over YouTube, and I've also shown you, and you've also, Lizette, you've mentioned about using Google as well to find things. So it's all the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
really. You know, you look for that little, you
Mm-hmm.
look, there's a magnifying glass on
Yeah.
Google, there's a magnifying glass on
Mm.
YouTube, there's a magnifying glass on Facebook. You just look for the magnifying glass. It's usually on top there, either on the left or on the right. Click on that, type in what you're searching for. If there's a specific person you're looking for, like on Google or on Facebook, maybe you're looking for Frazer Brookes, then you type that name next to what you're searching for. And that will just narrow
Mm-hmm.
down things before it even gives you the results. And then look for the shortest possible video, take away what is basically suggesting you do, and then go and do it. You know, you don't even need me or to attend training. And this is why I asked the question last week. You know, do we even need to attend training or something to that effect? I made a statement, I think. Let me see if I can find that statement. Um, let's see, Zoom training 12 September. I think it was probably that. So, statement, make the people know. It wasn't this one. Let's see if I can find it because it really was a good test. Okay, but basically it was something to the effect of I made the statement that you don't need training to grow your business. I think that was the point that I was making. And what I meant by that is you don't need to come to my training to grow your business or to Hazel's training to grow your business. Everything is out there. It's free to learn. I mean, when you joined Near Life, you actually got a book called Getting Started, which gives you scripts of what to say to people. You know, and if we just use that book alone and practice it over and over and over again, we'd be growing our business better. So it's just about that consistency and the action that we need to go out and do. So I think what we can do, it's 2 o'clock now. We've been at it for about an hour. If everybody could just go onto their Facebook or their TikTok or their whatever and post one question. Doesn't matter what that question is. Um, you know, you were saying, I'm grateful for whatever. What are you grateful for today? Something like that. That is the first part of the task. So the first thing is, let's call it our, just going to say task one. First thing is post a post on social media. Start like this. Post a question on social media, right? And that could be something like, I am grateful for summer. What are you grateful for? That is, what are you grateful for? Right, so that is the first thing. So I'm literally going to take this post or this question or this comment or whatever, the sentence, and I'm going to share my screen first. And then I'm actually going to post this on Facebook, on my own personal status on Facebook. So I'm going to just slow it down quickly. Let me go back. You can see it says what's on your mind. That part on Facebook, that's where you post to your status. I'm going to paste that question in there. And then if you look over here, if your question is short enough, they allow you to change the wording to make the background a bit more interesting and the font and stuff. So if you click on that, you will see all of these options at the bottom. I'm going to look for something that's a bit summary. Let's look for more. Here we go. More. I want something that's spring. Although it is still spring, I suppose I shouldn't. For the end of winter. And then let's just add some fruit. So I'm going to post this, and this is the first part of the task that we're going to do now. So if you can go and post on either Facebook or wherever, just go and post that. Post your question. Doesn't have to be the same question. In fact, don't post the same question that I just posted. And then the second task is going to be to go to each person on this call on their social media and like and comment on their post. So you're going to like the post and you're going to comment on it, right? So obviously, if you're not using Facebook, you guys just need to tell us where you posted so we can go out and complete the second task. But just focus on the first task quickly, go out and post a question on social media. Um, whatever the question is, it doesn't matter what it is. You guys got it?
Russell, so do you want us to go on to like your people on the call onto their Facebook page?
No, on your own Facebook. I think
Oh,
let's all just use, yeah, let's all just use Facebook so it's easier to find it. You can experiment with TikTok and Instagram and all the others on some other point, at some other point. But just go on your own Facebook and post a question on your status, whatever that question is. You can use the I am great, the grateful thing as an example, and then just say something that you're grateful for, and then ask what are you grateful for and post it. That's the first part of the task. So you can,
so,
if you need to, sorry, if Aiza, go ahead.
sorry, so I've done that. So what I'm asking is, did you say we need to do a like or a comment on people in this group, in this
Yes, yes,
meeting?
people that's in this meeting, yes. Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes. So this is the 5 of us.
okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna now go and just for an example, by the way, Lizette and Kulsum, if you guys do need to leave the meeting to do the task, then you can do that. I'm gonna now look for Faiza. I think I only just added you today, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I'm adding Hazel. I'm adding you now, eh?
I think I added you today only or recently. Or was that on another social media? I can't even remember. But in any case, I see there you've done it with the watermelon. Awesome. I'm grateful for the end of it. Ah, you copied my message.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I already posted it when you said don't say the same.
Awesome. I'm not gonna try to be two-faced about it. I'm gonna say I am grateful for the end of winter too.
Yeah, I thought that's exactly where
So we can even do something like that. Sorry?
What are you grateful for today? You know, and is it going to go to only my friends?
Yeah, only people that are friends with you on Facebook will see it for now. It's just an example. You can do it.
Follow up with this. I'll have to
Sorry?
follow up with it. I'll
Yes, you
have to
do need.
follow up with it.
You would have to follow up, yes. But for the task that we're doing now,
Should I post it now?
post it. Yes, yes, post it. So remember, the first part of the task is to post the question. The second part is to find everybody else who's on the call. That means you're going to go to Russell, you're going to go to Faiza, you're going to go to Kulsum, you're going to go to Hazel on their Facebook, and you're going to look for their post. So I'm going to type in here now, Lizette.
Oh, I am on the woman helping women entrepreneur. It's not even my friends. The group I joined. Oh.
Did you post it on there now?
Yeah, I did post it, but on the group.
Why don't I know how to spell your name?
Woman entrepreneur.
I'm struggling to make it. SETTE.
Oh my God.
It's fine if you posted it somewhere else, but remember we want to make it relevant to the group. So post it to your own.
But how do I do that? Okay, let me just try to get.
So if you're on your
home, right?
Yeah, if you're on your laptop, yes. Try the home button.
But no, I am on that Lisetta Whiskey. Okay, but I've got different friends there who's not even my friends. So I don't know. What are you? Here it is. Natalie Sweetman. Okay. So it's my friends. Talia. Okay, I put it on my friends thing as well. So, but where should I have posted? To their life?
No, just post it on your own page. It just means you're gonna.
But how are you going to get it there?
What do you mean? How are you going to
Can't
get it
follow
there?
me. You can't follow me there because you're not on my Facebook.
But I've added you now. I only just realized I'm not on your Facebook, but that's fine. Even if just the people
Okay.
that are on your Facebook, let's just try and get the two parts to the task right, because I wanted to see the simplicity of the system. It's really just about putting a picture there, and also that Hazel keeps on saying that we need to also support each other's posts as well on Facebook. So if you go on Facebook and you see that somebody else has posted something, go and like their post, go and comment on it. And that will just help getting, it will help the broader mission as well of making the world a healthier and happier place. I think that is the sort of the goal I'm trying to show you now about us supporting each other's Facebook. Okay, so here Isa has also posted. I'm gonna go and look at Hazel Salong. I think Hazel might have already posted it. Yes. I'm gonna like or send an emoji there. I'm gonna send the angry face by mistake. I am grateful for fair opportunity. Just because I feel like being.
I invited Faiza. She needs to accept.
Oh, okay. I've invited. Okay, the Faiza's commented on mine as well. I've also only recently invited Faiza. I don't know how recently it was, but it wasn't
I
very long
also did,
ago.
but she never responded. So,
Oh, okay. So Faiza just needs to.
Faiza, love me, please.
Ah, that's so. I've got you. Okay, confirm.
Hazel, I
Ah,
haven't
Okay,
seen
the
request from you.
please love
Lizette
me.
saw me.
Okay. That's nice.
Hazel,
Yes, babe.
I don't see a request from you. I haven't
I
seen.
sent it long time. I just see there's the response. Okay, so you can just add me. I don't know how to add. I just know how to send that you must accept me.
I've just seen Russell's now coming through to say that he's accepted my request.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check again now. I think I have already posted on yours, Faiza. So I'm on Lizette's page now. I'm just going to reply to her. What are you grateful for today?
Okay, I need to look for her.
Hazel, I've
Awesome.
already sent you a request,
Yes,
and I've liked something on your page already.
Awesome. Thank you for loving me.
And I think, did I comment already? I think I did comment. No, I didn't comment.
I think we've gotten a lot of growth already now. I'm actually very chuffed with the
I can't find
training so
Lizette.
far. Yeah, I think the
Lizette,
problem with Lizette is the spelling of a name. I think we really struggle with that because that's why
With the
I
S.
struggled.
Okay, how do you spell it?
L-I-S-E.
Just to spell that.
Lissette with a S.
Russell, repeat that. I didn't get it.
Okay, Lizette,
Okay.
Lizette, can you maybe add Hazel? I think that might be a bit.
Yes, I'm going to find friends. I must look for Hazel now.
Yeah.
And then Coulson.
And Coulson as well, eh? Coulson, are you also participating? I forgot that you're there because I'm not looking at the list.
I can't see it.
I don't see
You should be right on top. Yeah, I also
yes,
don't.
Coulson.
Okay, Faiza, but I did join Faiza.
Thanks, Lizette. I'm in your on your page now.
Charmaine is also on. Okay, Charmaine, welcome. Okay, and Meryl as well. You guys are joining quite late. I think you're gonna have to get the gist of it from the recording. I think that's the only way going forward now because this is too much to to recap. But welcome, Meryl and Charmaine. I'll post the recording as soon as possible, and you guys can follow from that, and then you can actually do the task. In any case, you'll just be obviously do it in your own time. What is Coulson's surname again?
Cornelius.
Here we go. I see it there.
Yep.
Oh, I see she hasn't accepted my request yet. That's why.
She fussy who she accepts. Could
Yeah,
pull
no,
some up.
some people are like that.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah, they don't
I
love
see
you.
she hasn't. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to my homepage. So I've got
She
3
also
confirmed
didn't.
now.
I
Who's
sent it
this?
and she didn't. Coulson.
Yes, no, I think she's off now. She's not
Oh,
participating.
okay.
She's
Maybe she had to
either
do something.
busy with. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna recap now. So Lizette, let's go to. Okay, I'm gonna go to Faiza's page first, just to see if you guys are following the task. So you can see there Faiza's post.
No, I can't see
You
it at
can
all.
see that I liked it and who can't see what?
I can't see Faiza at all. I don't know which page I am. I'm still with Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs. So I don't know
No,
how to
leave
get to
leave.
my page.
So remember the magnifying glass? That is gonna be the answer to all your questions. Click on the
Okay,
magnifying glass and
where
type in
is
Faiza's name.
Sorry, it was load shedding. I was thrown off. I'm back.
So glad that we didn't get, otherwise
yes,
this training would
okay.
have been. Do you get it now?
So I must
So
do Faiza.
yeah,
Faiza,
Hazel,
Faiza.
yeah, Hazel, you also need to go to Faiza and to Lizette's pages, eh? And then like
Yes.
or love or whatever and comment. You haven't done that one yet.
No, I didn't. I'll
It
go
is
now.
Faiza Davids, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
It's Faiza Davids, okay? And
She's
then
got balloons
I
on
must
the number
do
11.
That's my
Yeah.
grandson. I'm a
Sorry.
stripper.
Oh,
already.
okay.
And then I must go to Russell. Oh, wow, this is great. Selfish.
Eureka moment for you, Lizette.
I'm
Why
telling you
is Russell the
There
only
you
one
are.
that loves me?
Come on,
And
guys,
you
you
know,
need
I
to.
should ask for
Okay,
Hazel.
Lizette, Hazel, just be patient with Lizette. She's getting it there. She's getting it.
But even Faiza didn't love me.
Faiza, yeah, that's why I said with Lizette. I don't know where Faiza is. I think she's still eating that chicken curry.
No,
I
I
definitely know so.
100%
That
yeah.
chicken curry must be good, Hazel. You better get some before she finishes it.
No, but listen, Hazel,
Yes,
I sent a
Catherine.
request to you, right? This looks
Yeah.
like it says pray for SA and it's got your flag and it looks very much like you, right?
Yes,
So
it is.
But it says respond here by me.
but I
Yeah.
can't
Now
see your
click on
phone.
respond, Hazel.
You need to
Okay.
you need
Click
to
on
say
respond and then add a. Because I see Faiza.
Got it.
There we go. There we go.
Got it. Awesome.
You see,
Okay,
we
is dat
talk
ek?
to each other so much, but we're not even friends on Facebook, guys. That is not cool.
Praat jy
Um,
die storie?
Hey,
for
hey,
those
you've got
that joined
contact.
late,
That's great.
Meryl and Charmaine,
Nice.
what we're basically doing now, I'm just gonna add this to my screen quickly. What I'm highlighting now is what we're doing. So we're doing a task on Facebook where we post a question on social media. An example, and you can even use the example if you want, is I'm grateful for summer. What are you grateful for? Right? And the key is that it must be a question that you're posting. So you will see that Lizette posted, what are you grateful for today? The second part of the task for training today is to go to each person on the call on their social media, which means if you're not friends with them on Facebook, you need to send them a friend request and then like and comment on that post. So you'll see there under Lizette's question, I've liked the question. Faiza, you still
I'm
need to
grateful.
like it as well, eh?
okay.
And then Faiza's already posted and she's even gone one further and posted a big smiley gif over there. That's awesome and excellent. That gets a lot more engagement than just the text, and I was very boring with the little emoji, but well done Faiza for that. Just see here I've got, and then Zed went and liked. Oh, that was on my post. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Faiza now and see on her page if other people have.
Just the one. I keep getting, I don't know if there's a problem, but I can see that people are trying to get in, you know, under the, with the two people, two sort of shadows of two people that highlights, and it's almost as if there are requests. Let me just check again, but it says no new requests.
No, Hazel is busy commenting. Hazel's already commented. So Lizette, you just need to, I think Faiza needs to
Faiza, I loved you too, so you must just check. It took me almost an hour, but I'm there.
I'm going to put like for that on your another 12. And now?
Awesome. So who is saying hello? Is that Meryl? Sounded like Meryl.
I think it's Meryl.
Meryl
Okay.
Streep.
Meryl, are you back? Welcome back. Okay, so like I was saying, the task was simple. It was to post a question on your social media. We're using Facebook in this example. The question is something along the lines of, I'm grateful for summer. What are you grateful for? You can come up with your own question. It doesn't have to be that. That's just an example. So then you post that question on your own status on Facebook by going to the home page. Right? So you'll click on home, or you'll click on the F for Facebook. Either way will get you to your home page. Just see here, give my internet a chance. Yeah, go to your home page. So you click on home, or you click on the F for Facebook. Click on the house, basically, the blue house. Have a look at my screen, and then you'll see what I'm talking about before you go and try it. Otherwise, you won't know what you're looking for. Just have a look over here. See the home there or the F over there. Either way, get you back to your own page. Are you there, Meryl?
I don't know. What must I do now?
Are you on your home page? That's the question.
I'm just watching you. I don't know. Where's my home page?
Very exciting.
Okay,
Online.
the home page we're talking about is on Facebook, Meryl. So
I know Facebook,
you
but
know
if I
to go
can't get onto Facebook, so what must I get on my own Facebook? How do you do it?
on your own Facebook, yes.
Where am I going to get my own Facebook?
But you do have an account because I asked you to be a friend. I've asked. There is somebody. Is your name? Yeah, no, exactly as you spell your name. I've sent a request to be a friend.
Okay, so now I'm still on here. I'm still seeing what you're doing, but I'm not really on my. So how do I get onto my Facebook?
Are you using your cell phone for this call?
Yes.
Okay, so that might be awkward for Russell doing Facebook.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be awkward. What you'll have to do is you'll have to leave the call. Just write down quickly what the task is. So here's the task here. The task consists of two things. So just write that down. Make it a bit bigger because you might not be able to see it so nicely. So there we go. And then I'm just gonna push my thingy out the way. There you go. Can you see that?
Yeah. Then must I post?
So just write. Yeah.
Yes. Post a question.
Just write that task down, and then you can go off the call and actually go and do it. Because now what we will do is we also need you to, Meryl, you also need to, do you know how to add a friend on Facebook?
No.
Okay, write the task down so long.
I'm very
Russell, Russell, it's going to take too long because you need to do it face to face with Meryl.
Yes.
Okay, we'll need to wait until we get to that point then.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just go and check on each person's profile quickly. I'm just gonna check the people that were on from the start. So it was Faiza, Kulsum doesn't want to be friends with us on Facebook, um, and Lizette. So Lizette, you've still got to find Faiza, but I think that is a problem with the adding a friend on your guys' part. Because you managed to do it on mine, I think. Just go
Okay,
to
I
it
am
Lisa
quickly.
David,
with
I've got
Charmaine.
it. Leave the page. Stay on the page. I
What
don't
about the
know.
page?
I don't know. They say I've got a page here, and I've realized a lot of people wish me a happy birthday in July, and I never saw it. But now I need it. So when I go to Frazer David, I must actually leave the page I'm on, right?
Yes.
Then, yeah, okay, I've got Frazer. Okay.
Charmaine Engelbrecht, I am friends with you, so you can like whatever I wrote.
And who's friends with me?
We're gonna be friends. Faiza's friends with you already.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Yes.
if that is the right one.
Just check it and you'll see.
More
Go to
people
her
confirmed request.
Facebook.
That's the one that. Let's see, Charmaine might have already started. No, not yet. Is this the right Charmaine Hazel?
Charmaine
Yes.
Engelbrecht?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, but there's no posts there yet. Let's go
No,
to.
she didn't post yet. Remember, she came late
Yeah.
because she had to drop people from the training this morning.
Oh, okay.
I'll post now, Russell.
Okay, thank you.
I've got a Hazel Wilson here, but it doesn't look like you at all.
Let me just
How do you
check.
spell your name? Is it W-I-L?
There's the Hazl.
Sorry?
And then Wilson.
No,
W. Yeah, you can see my pretty face.
But it's not you here.
No, it must be me. I'm there. Otherwise, it's not the right Hazel.
Yeah.
No, but it's a different picture. Is it you? 959
Those are
friends
funny.
saying it's you. Is that you? No, it can't be
It's the
you.
one that says pray for South Africa. That's me.
No, I don't see that one. Oh, my
Okay,
God.
just check for Hazel Wilson. There's one with the pretty face, my face, of course, and it says pray for South Africa, and it's got the flag. So my face is in somewhere there.
I see. I see René Mohammed. Then there is Ruben
Just put
Sadali,
my surname in. Put my surname also in. So it's Hazel and Wilson. Wilson.
Yeah, but I don't add friends, but it doesn't look like you. Did you put a picture much younger than you are today?
No, it's the same face.
Yes, I've got it. Oh, but no, I canceled the request. Oh, my God.
All these breakthrough moments today, guys. All these breakthrough moments.
Message. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, let me message you.
Sorry, Faiza.
Okay, I've got Christine now, so I need to add Christine for friends. Okay.
Now, Lizette, do Charmaine because it's easy. Charmaine Engelbrecht.
But I don't have. Okay, so
you don't have it, so add her too.
Charmaine on top.
Russell?
Yes.
When are you coming to training to come and show me how to use this thing?
We'll have to try next. We'll have to try next week, Miro.
Okay, that would be great.
That is going to be the best. Yeah, Hazel, I see you've loved my post, but you haven't commented.
No, I didn't because I was looking for the other people. I'll go back now.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I just want one example. Yeah, I just want one example so I can show people what it's supposed to look like, and then the power of us actually working together, even though we have our own businesses, that we support each other's posts as well.
So important.
Yeah.
And Hazel speaks about that a lot whenever we talk about this online
And
stuff.
we got it right today for the first time.
Yes.
It's breakthrough moments today.
Exactly. Okay.
It's friends, but I'm already your friend. Am I your friend? Hazel, but no.
You sound like such a primary school conversation.
It's not funny. I've got a friend, and I'm going to have that friend coming. Thank you so much. Okay, but no, should I?
Oh my goodness.
No, yeah. You know what? I need to have some times here. It's just something else. Hey, we friend. Are we friends?
We all friends.
We friends. I can see Russell here.
We family. We family.
Where do I see your comment? We family. Where do I see your comment? I don't know. Ooh. Okay,
Welcome, Evelyn, as well. I saw you online earlier. Hopefully you're following and not just laughing at us.
Yes.
Hopefully you're following what we're doing as well.
Crazy bunch.
Yeah, I can see so much activity, but I'm learning quietly. I'm seeing what's happening.
Just for the sake of if you missed it when I mentioned it, and for recap for those that have heard it, the task that we've done now, because we started off training just explaining the a system, and I'm going to go into that system once I have a full example here. And the task that we're going to do now, and that we've been busy with, and it's been a bit of chaos, but it was fun, is that you're going to post a question on social media. In our case, we're using Facebook. One of the things that came out of this, we realized that we aren't friends on Facebook, most of us. So we were just running around. Everyone was trying to figure out how to become friends on Facebook. And then posting the question, I made the example, I'm grateful for summer. What are you grateful for? And then the second part of the task is to go to each person on the call, right? If you're not friends with them, become friends with them on Facebook. And then like and comment on their post. Which means that... Sorry?
No, I'm just talking. I haven't got enough data here.
You mustn't talk. You must when somebody talks, girlfriend.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the example that I've got here, thank you, Charmaine. Let me actually just jump off here before I go through the example and just go and support Charmaine's post as well. I'm assuming that Charmaine also did it, seeing as she's supporting our one.
I just accepted Charmaine as a friend, but
okay, she
sorry,
hasn't posted yet.
can I just ask about Evelyn?
Sure.
There's because I don't have a face to go with the name, so I'm not sure which Evelyn it is. If she can just give me some hint as to what Evelyn she is on Facebook.
I'm Evelyn Liwayo Mabaso. It's I've got a double barrel surname there.
Is it Evelyn Mabaso?
Yes, but it's got a D for Liwayo.
Maybe
is it this? Evelyn, is it this one? Yes, mutual friend. It must be this one.
Process
That's
engineer.
the one. That's the one.
Just look on my screen.
I am in Mossel Bay, yes.
Oh, okay. I love Mossel Bay. I'll add you now, please accept.
Me too. love where you live.
So we'll go there.
Oh my God, super awesome. We're gonna come visit you.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Nice picture of you, huh, Hazel? Ooh, sexy.
Okay, I need to
Looks like you've got no clothes on.
That's it.
Okay, but I still can't get all your stuff. I've got a picture here, but thank you for what? And it's not even you say thank you. I've got no message from you. I've got the first one I've got is from Renee Mohammed.
Okay, I add a friend. You must now accept Lizette.
Confirm. Oh, okay. All right.
Press on it.
I did. Request accepted. So now what happened? Add friends. I did accept it, huh? So
Okay,
now
still
I
not.
can, not working. Because I see your post here. Enfin, not your post, I see your face. So I've got next to it friends. Do I press on friends or message or what? How do I see you?
There's no friend here by me. It says I requested you to be my friend. You didn't accept yet.
Hazel, maybe you might just refresh on your side. Because if she pressed accept
there, we
after you
friends.
were
We
on that.
friends. We
There we
friends.
go.
It went through. Thank you, friends. We friends.
Yeah, but now what? But now, can you send me something because I can't see anything of you. The post I've got is Rene Mohammed.
Lizette, remember you can just go to Lizette. You can go to the magnifying glass and search for Hazel, and then it will come up. She'll be one of the first options
Yeah,
there.
okay. That's
Just
what I've
always
been
use
doing
that.
10 times. I am grateful
But
for
Liz,
life.
you didn't post. Russell, did she?
What are you grateful for?
I think she did post, Hazel. She did
I don't
post.
see it
I
here.
did post.
She did
And
post,
I did
yes.
post. Okay, I've got you now.
Because
Okay,
I
and I
still
did
commented
post
on
also
Lizette's one.
Okay.
I also
Maybe there's
said,
another Lizette. Let me see. Check.
I also
Okay,
say I'm
let's
grateful.
let everybody just stop quickly. Everybody carry on with what you're doing, but just stop talking quickly. You can carry on in the background. I just want to, especially for those that maybe aren't following completely what we're doing, I just want to explain sort of what we're doing here. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. So you can see here that I've got this post with the I don't even know what that is. Orange is probably in the background. It says, I'm grateful for the end of winter. What are you grateful for? And then we've then asked that people like and comment on that post, right? So everybody that's on the call is supposed to then go to everybody else's Facebook file and like and comment on the post. You can see there Faiza, Lizette, and Hazel. Charmaine's liked it, but she hasn't commented yet. So Charmaine, you may just comment as well. Comment anything. Comment awesome or whatever. It doesn't matter what you say really. I don't know who Andre Swansea is. And it actually looks like my friend on Facebook.
It must be your friend.
Yeah. So for my two fur kids. I take it that's dogs.
Dogs or cats.
So I will go and but do you see what has happened here, guys? This is not a very deeply thought out post that I didn't take very long to come up with this post. It was just in fact it was this I am grateful for was what Frazer Brookes advised, and then I basically just thought of what am I grateful for. I like the fact that winter is done because I need to get some stuff done in my farm at the back here. So I just said I'm grateful for the end of winter. What are you grateful for, right? And I don't think this guy would have seen that post had it not been for the likes and comments of
And
the
he's
other
from
people.
Durban.
You see, the Hazel is better better at this than I am. She's already found out where he's from. She probably knows his whole history already.
He loves dogs.
He loves dogs, and when he was
He's from
3,
Durban.
he lost his pinky finger. Hazel knows all the stuff already. So let me just get back to that page quickly. So what we're supposed to learn from this, or one of the things we should be learning from this, is that we need to support each other's posts on Facebook because it will actually drive your post to the top of the list. Because Facebook will recognize that it's a popular post and it will start showing it to more people. Right? So that is the purpose of us going through this exercise now. And obviously there's added benefits that people actually have done things like this for the first time now. So that's awesome. But as you can see, there are people that's not on the call, that has nothing to do with our group now, have also started replying. And I hope that this now happens for everybody, that you start to see people that have nothing to do with this training start to comment, even if it's people that you know already that's in the business, but they don't know about the training. So we see there Lizetta's liked and commented, Hazel's liked it, someone else is busy typing the comments, it's probably Charmaine. So that is what it's supposed to look like. Let me go and inspect and see if I spelled it correctly. Fruit inspectors, Hazel.
Yep.
Russell,
Another, yes.
Can you go back onto, when you're done with this, can you go back onto my page? Because I can't even find my my post anymore. It's gone, disappeared.
Click on your own picture. I think that is one way to be sure of finding it.
It is there, girlfriend. I have it.
Yes, that's there. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's the trick. So
because I also, I also struggled early on while I was looking for my own post, and I was sure that it was there. And then when I clicked on home, and it showed other people's posts. But if you click on your own picture, and then you click on your own name, wherever you see your own name, you should go straight there. So we see on Faiza's page, we have 2 people that have liked or loved it, and 3 comments. So somebody's done the one and not the other. There we go.
No, I did it twice now when she found it. I said, awesome. I'm on it, guys. I'm on it.
Hazel's on another level. I'm just going to go to Charmaine quickly. Oh, okay. Charmaine's found some other posts as well and also started commenting there.
Russell?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can.
I have found that when you're on Facebook, that if you go to people that you should know or people suggested for you, there is a lot of our names there. Then whatever you do, you can just add as a friend. Then you don't need to go and search for it.
Yes. Yeah, no, we're trying to keep this training as simple as possible, though. That's why I haven't gone into anything like that. We're going straight for the magnifying glass to find what we're looking for, and that is a one-size-fits-all process for YouTube and Google and everything else. That's why we went that way. But thanks for that. I think it's important. Yeah, always just look for that suggested friends and see if there's anybody there that you need to be friends with. So Lizette's in, Charmaine's in. Charmaine, have you posted your own post yet?
No.
That is
no.
Okay. Let me see that quickly. Because I didn't.
Can you see it, Russell? Because I don't.
I'm going into it now. I don't see it.
I also don't.
Yeah, I haven't seen Charmaine's, and I haven't seen who else. Okay, Meryl, Evelyn. Evelyn also still needs to post.
And Lizette, I didn't see.
Yes, Lizette's.
Lizette is there as well.
Okay,
mine was 14 minutes ago.
Who is that?
Is jou krag af?
14 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Is jou krag
af? Don't get it.
I'll have to start moving because I'm going to work soon. Is it going to be long?
That's fine, Kadal. If you must run, then it's fine. You can just catch up again.
And yeah, I think we've learned we've learned quite a bit today, so it's good, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So guys,
thank you for the people that knows these things and are so patient with us that don't. All right.
It's a pleasure, guys. Just one thing to remember now. We started off this training saying that we're going to be doing training that is related to Blitz, and we haven't forgotten about that. In fact, everything we're doing now is what we're going to be doing when we do the Blitz. In other words, when we do the Blitz sessions and the activity that you do on the Blitz sessions could just be posting that question, but it could be posting it in a group or on your status, wherever. And if you need that support, don't just post your thing and then wait till 3 days and then cry that nobody actually from the group has liked or commented. Actually put it in the group and or send people messages saying, look, I have this post, please can comment on it. Or, you can also ask. People can either say yes or no, right? So and there's no reason for us to say no because we're trying to help each other now get ahead.
Can I ask you a question now? So I've got no one on me now.
Sorry?
What's the
question?
I just want to ask you. So now I have got my profile on Facebook, but I've got no friends. Have I got friends?
We're going to become your friends, girl. We're all going to become your friends.
You're going to have a lot of, you're going to have too many friends. You're going to have too many friends soon, Meryl. Too many.
You got friends waiting in the wings.
Exactly.
I did something on my Facebook. When I speak to you
Where's
on...
Mary Lisa? Mary Lisa just came on now. She's already posted.
Oh, man, she was at training, so maybe she had to do.
Okay. No, I'm saying that she only just logged on now, but she already posted.
I thought so.
I picked up what you were talking about.
That was awesome, Mary Lisa.
Now.
Awesome. Meryl, we'll be friends with you soon. We might just find the right Meryl.
What is Meryl's surname?
Rupee.
Say that again.
R-O-U-P-E.
R-O-U-P-E. Okay, we'll look for it. Don't worry.
I'm going to find yours now, Meryl, your request. And Charmaine, I've just accepted you.
Here we go.
Faiza, I don't want to be your friend, sorry.
You see, you give someone just a little bit of power and they abuse it.
I know. It's crazy. I think she'll have to resign. We'll have to fire her from Neolife.
We can't do that, unfortunately. Even if we try.
Sorry.
Oh.
Just be careful what you say on social media platforms, Meryl.
Yes, yes. That's for everybody. Yeah.
Meryl, do you have a photo of yourself on your Facebook? I think that is gonna be why we're not finding you. And it's probably why you don't have more friends also, because people aren't gonna add you if they don't see a photo. And no posts either.
Yes. But Russell, I think we must just wait till we get to the warehouse next week, and then
so we can show
we can
how,
do that with them. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so let me go back to my status quickly just to show you guys again. See previous comments. So we've got 4 comments and how much is these? So if we can get into the habit of joining these groups on Facebook and posting regularly, I think whenever we do training, we must also just do like a debriefing of where you've been on recently, like what is your activity on which groups and that sort of thing, so that people can also just remember to go check those groups if you're on similar groups. Like I know, for example, Michelle Hall is on a lot of the gardening groups as well, possibly Debbie as well, because I know she does gardening, and even Elaine. So, if we're on similar groups, just another person posts something, just go on and like and comment on that. Like and comment, not like or comment. So do both. Just to help bump up that post in the group as well, the activity that people see. There's something called social proof. We spoke about it last week as well. when people see that something is busy, if you think about it, if you go to a shop and there's two fisheries next to each other, there's a long queue in the one and there's nobody in the other. You're actually gonna wonder, hey, what's happening in the one with the queue? That's probably where the good food is. That's how we think. So it's the same with online stuff as well. You're going to look at the post that got more likes and more comments, and you're gonna skip the one that doesn't have any. So if you come across anything on social media I know what's his name, Alfred on Instagram is very active as well. Just go and like and comment on it. You can comment anything. It doesn't even matter what you say. Just say awesome. If you don't know what to say, just say awesome.
But also, Russell, just to add, even if they see anything, just the name New Life, even if we don't know the person and they post something that is for real about New Life, then like it and say something, because it's really like you say, you will really look, oh my heart, like I send you the picture now, Russell, of my sister-in-law. She said she just went on Facebook and posted that she's doing this jerseys, and oh my head, people even in England want to buy these things now from her. It's all other countries. She says she can't believe it. You can see I think it's 200 and odd people that said something about it, and a lot of people really tapped into that. So it's just going to help not only your business, but we're going to help each other build New Life, because that's what we were talking about at the warehouse this morning.
Yes. No, excellent. Thanks for that comment, Hazel. So are there any other questions about what we've done, especially if you've been on from the start? Is there anything that we've done that you maybe don't quite understand yet, or on something that you're curious about, something that we can answer in the next 8 minutes? No questions? Everybody knows what's happening?
Sorry, Russell, but with TikTok, does a person just download the app and then follow the prompts? It must be, it shouldn't be difficult, eh?
No, it's not difficult at all. That's a good question, Frazer, because I'm actually prepared to answer
I was
that.
thinking the same thing, Frazer.
So if you go onto the Play Store, if you follow what I'm doing on the screen, obviously if you've got your phone for a while and you've downloaded other apps, just ignore the Cocomelon. If you've downloaded other apps, then you're already logged in. If you haven't, then you need to log in with one of your Gmail accounts, or with your Gmail account. I'm probably the only one with multiple. And then you're just going to search there for TikTok. That's TikTok. All right. And then you're going to click install. So you're installing the TikTok app. You can see it's busy downloading it first. Okay, now it's busy installing.
Russell, can I ask you just a quick question? You know those holders one gets for a cell phone that you can put into a tripod stand? Do you have any preference? I know I bought a few in 2019 because we were doing videos at work on all our tracks. And they're quite useful because you can take excellent videos just with your cell phone. But it's nice to have these little holders that you can clip your phone into and pop onto a stand. Do you have any preference for any specific one you could recommend?
I've only got one of those. I'm talking about the thing that's got a ring light with it.
Okay.
Did you that is
Or
So, is it my internet that's...
yeah, I think so.
Okay, I must add. What's your question? Isa, can you repeat your question?
Oh, sorry, Russell. I didn't, because it's, yeah, your signal is breaking up again. It was just about those holders, those cell phone holders that you can pop onto a tripod. I wondered if you could recommend one, say, just on, if you get used on Takealot. Do you know if they fit all cell phones? That's what my question is.
Generally, yes. What I've seen is that there's like an extension on the thing that clamps onto the phone. So no matter how wide the phone is, it holds the phone fairly comfortably. But what I would suggest, if you're buying something from Takealot, don't just buy based on price and the pictures and stuff. Read the people's reviews. And I don't buy anything under like 4.5. You know, there's things that I've really wanted to buy, and then the reviews under 4.5, and like, what is the reason? You know, and you go and read some of the reviews, and then the thing that you really don't want it to do it, that's actually the problem with the product. Like, okay, don't waste my money on that. You know. So yeah, that is the only real. If you're buying online, that's the only advice I can give you. Otherwise, it's probably one of the cheaper places. If you're not talking about Chinatown and you're actually going to buy like at any other shop, then Takealot's probably a good place to go because you can compare a lot of prices. But I don't know if anybody else has a place we've gotten it for cheaper, then let me know. I would say the Chinese shops in Chinatown and those kind of places can actually be reasonably priced, and all it is just a clamp and a light. So it's not like, you know, one thing that I do want to get though is you mentioned the tripod, and you get ones with that's on a tripod already, and where the clamp is actually in the middle, the ring light is around the clamp that holds the phone. So I think that is actually a cool one if you're really looking to, you know, take it up a level. At this stage, I'm not really focused on expanding my technology because I think I'm okay for now. But the tripod would probably be the next level, you know, just even adding a second phone to a meeting where I can have different angles. Or one of the reasons I have a second webcam is so that if I do demonstrations, I can show two different cameras at the same time, you know. So I can log on with a second phone that actually shows the demonstration. Just another idea if you were looking for one. So in any case, I see we have the TikTok is now downloaded and installed. You can see on the screen there, you click on open, and now it opens up TikTok. I'm not going to go into TikTok today. I think that is, I don't really use it for business yet that much as well, but if I can maybe just log onto my Vision Inspired profile, I think I can give a little bit of value before we end the meeting. So we're going to go over past 3 o'clock a little bit, but I think most people logged on after 1 o'clock anyway. So that's not the account I wanted. Let's just give it a chance. Hazel, is there anything you wanted to say before we close off? You can say it now, so long while I'm attempting here to get into TikTok.
No, Russell, I am good. I am just excited about what God is doing in our business. We had training this morning from 10 till I had to leave, but Mary Lisa took over, and it's just amazing how God is just, putting these super amazing people around me to help. You can send anybody. The other day, I had a challenge with a customer that wanted to buy from Australia, and I could phone Frazer and the commitment of you guys is just super awesome. And I know God is busy blessing us and big things is going to happen. I just know it. I trust it. And I just want to tell you guys that we really, really need to speak what we want and not speak what we see. Because what we want and what we see are many times two different things. So speak what you know. You know that God is in control of our businesses. You know that we are giving this gift that God gave us. We need to give it out. We cannot keep it for ourselves. And once again, thank you, Russell, for your commitment to just always be there for us as a team. We really, really appreciate each and everybody for the commitment that you guys have to just help everybody, not only our team, but also the other teams. That for me is super awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Hazel. You can see this is going to take a while to log in here, so I think we'll leave this for... Never mind, it is doing something now. There we go. When's my birthday? Just matter because this is not a main account, but let's just add it anyway. So, something 1990s. Everybody born in the 1990s or the 1900s, I should say. Nobody born after 2000 on the floor.
Nope.
Practicing my
Well,
my
I can't
small...
speak for Evelyn. I don't know her age.
Let's look at next. Food. Thought I had an account on this profile. I'm really sure I do. Business and finance. Let's choose that for now. Entrepreneur, business, small business, side hustle. Ah, there's the word skip. Didn't see it. It's too late now. Oh, it was Project Alpha. That's why I don't have a Vision Inspired account on TikTok. Okay, well, now I do. That's actually good because now I have a fresh account for training. I click on profile. Ah, that's what's going to give me the whole tutorial. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Okay, it's a very brand new account. Awesome. Okay, so if we can just do a quick thing on TikTok, we'll see that there's... Pause this. There's these buttons at the bottom over here, and then we've got some reaction buttons on the side, on the right hand side. And then right on top, we have that magnifying glass that we've been speaking about all day. And then there's also this live link over here. So everything in the middle is basically the post that other people have put there, or if you're looking at your post, that's where the post will be found, and it's like a video. You press the play button and it plays. You hit it again and then you pause it. If you look at the bottom here, that's the home page. So that will just give you the latest random posts that TikTok thinks you might be interested in. And there my TikTok closed, so I'm gonna open it again. So what you're looking at on the screen is a mobile emulator. So it's supposed to look like it would look if you're on your cell phone. Okay, so that was the home page. It will give you a random post. I see there's like a little lightning bolt here. Just gonna say deny because I'm not actually connected with my cell phone. The middle button over here is to add a new video or photo. Yes, allow. So if you want to upload a picture, you want to take a live video that you want to post onto TikTok, turn on camera. See which camera is this thing going to use now? TikTok stories, okay. Okay, just bear with me. It's a little slow because I'm streaming and doing this at the same time. And my camera is doing something very weird. Just plug out the one. Let's go back home first. Okay, so specifically for Faiza who asked about this, you've downloaded TikTok already, right? And you've got the profile on TikTok.
And I'm actually making a video as you speak.
Okay, so you're getting the hang of it now.
Yes. I think
Okay.
I'll just have to follow the prompts and go through it, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so just go through it. You're basically gonna add a video by pressing the plus at the bottom there. It might ask you to allow access to your camera and stuff like that. That's standard. While you are busy scrolling through other people's posts, you can see there as you scroll up, as the video starts, you'll see on the right hand side, you've got the reaction buttons over here. It's the same like on Facebook. You can like, you can comment. On TikTok, you can also save. That's what that bookmark is over there. That picture over there is the profile of the person that posted the video. But that plus over there means that you can actually follow them. So their posts will come up regularly in your home feed. And then you can also share the information, the video, by clicking on this arrow over here. Just see who is not muted. A lot of people. So yeah, that is what these buttons on the side means, and like you said, the best is to experiment with it. What you'll see on top here is this live button. And I think that's going to cycle through everybody that's currently doing a live. So it will be fairly random. Just any live will pop up. Either that or it's going to try and let me do a live. Yeah, I think that's what it was busy doing. So I think that link will actually take you to you doing a live video. And then you can actually do a sort of, as you're making supper, just talk to people about health. So if you do that whole thing where you have the tripod or a clamp, I've got one where you clamp it to a desk, or the desk is the only real thing that you can clamp this thing to, or a door even. So I can clamp my phone onto this thing, and then I can clamp the whole thing onto a door or a table, and I can use it in the kitchen. I don't have to plug it in because plugging the USB in is just for the ring light. Okay, my emulator is not working anymore. We'll have to fix that some other time. Yeah, you can actually do these lives, even a Facebook live, while you are making food or whatever. You can then speak to people about health while you're actually busy. So that is it for me for the day, guys. I'm gonna stop recording. Thank you very much for everybody who's joined, even those that came on late. You guys were awesome. Just remember to go out there, go and post your questions every day and let other people know. Hazel's been setting up this buddy system. So for the very least, if you've got a buddy already, you and your buddy will make sure that you like and comment on each other's posts. If you don't have a buddy yet and you don't know what the buddy system is, speak to Hazel or speak to anybody in the group that you are friends with on WhatsApp, and just maybe even set up a buddy system yourself with someone where you guys hold each other accountable and you help each other through anything that you might want to know. Any other questions or comments before we close off?
Yes, for me, the buddy system is very, very important. It's so awesome that people is even now working even on their weight. So they keep each other accountable. So it's much more than just business. And that's why I said, I don't want upline and downline to be buddies. so that you can, because your upline and you are supposed to have a super amazing relationship. So it's just if you could get anybody else in the group to be your buddy. So that is very, very important. Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Hazel. Mary Lisa, you wanted to say something?
No, I was ready to just say nothing to add.
That's a very ironic comment.
Especially coming from her.
I was so surprised now. I was actually taken back. I was going to ask her if she maybe wanted to rethink that comment. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. Be sure to practice what you've done, and we'll see you guys on the next meeting.